Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Ciege, your man Ciege, because I'm a grown man out. Uh, and my main man E Carter. What's going on, E?
What's up with it, bro?
How's it going with you tonight, man? How you feeling?
Oh man, you already know, man. These trades got me going crazy, but other than that, man, we good.
Man, it's the trades, bro. You see me over here. I got stuff going on over here. I got mail. You know what I'm saying in the background. Got my gear on the side. You know what I'm saying. I'm over here doing a little bit of everything. But yeah, man. The trades is crazy. We definitely gonna get into that. I'm glad you're doing good. This is the one of the best times in terms of sports because we got the NBA trade deadline. The Super Bowl is this week. We just had the Pro Bowl games last week, which we could talk about that a little bit if you want to. But I'm not a huge fan of the Pro Bowl, and I wasn't
Neither.
really a huge fan of it this past week. But and then we got some interesting entertainment stuff going on, which I feel like we might get carried away with it. But anyway, appreciate everybody who watch and listen. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got a lot of good stuff for y'all, and we got a lot of good stuff for y'all coming up throughout the entirety of the show and throughout the rest of this 2023. All right. So anyway, bro, you brought it up. You brought the trades up. So we gonna that's the first thing we're gonna dive into, bro. We're gonna talk about the NBA trade deadline. So before I even start mentioning moves, off the top of your head, what is the move that hit you like, wow?
Probably the two is that KD going to the Suns and Kyrie going to the Mavs. I think both of those was big trades for those organizations. One I like to see Chris Paul, CP3. I mean, he didn't had help before, but it's like I don't know. Everybody in our generation, man, we like to see CP3 get one, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't play the game right. You know what I'm saying? All of these years, it's like okay, now you got a legitimate shot. You didn't got to the finals. You didn't got you know what I'm saying? Made great playoff pushes, but you just can't get over the hump to get them one. Now it's like you have another guy that can help put you over that. You know what I'm saying? That's not just a role player. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else that can take over the game, and he can kind of fall back and just, you know what I'm saying, initiate the offense. So I think that's cool on his part, man. And then that Kyrie and Lucas situation, man, I think that definitely could have a potential to be dangerous.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the potential. I think it is going to be. I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous for a multitude of reasons. I think Kyrie is an excellent shooter. He can definitely create his own shot, and then you got Luka who can also create his own shot. And Luka is deceptive. Like he doesn't have the speed or the actual 3-point shot that Kyrie has. So you definitely get that 3-point presence from Kyrie, but you also get the ball handling. That he's the best ball handler in the league. Mark Cuban was tripping in his interview. I don't know if y'all seen it or if you seen it, E, where he said that he has the best ball handler in Luka and the second best in Kyrie. Now that was crazy, but I would actually probably flip it. But Luka was probably a little bit lower than second. But anyway, I think that is gonna be crazy. I think that the KD is crazy. They just don't have the bench, I would say, but that starting lineup is nuts with Chris Paul, even though it's an older Chris Paul. You got Devin Booker who can shoot the mid range. He shoot the mid range, man. Great. And KD is like one of the greatest mid range shooters. And then you got Devin Booker, which that's anywhere in the mid range is open season. You know what I mean? And KD is one of the most efficient scorers. He done had like 2 or 3 50-40-90s. So it's like I probably think it was 2 50-40-90s. So he's efficient with it. So that's great as well. So that could be crazy. DeAndre Ayton, when he decides to play basketball at a high level, you know what I mean? Like he can definitely ball. So that's great there as well. And then so then there's other moves as well, which I want to bring in. bring in here. I think the Lakers situation is crazy. I think the Lakers situation is crazy because I did not think they would be able to get off of that Russell Westbrook contract. Dude was making like 47 million something this year, or they was gonna have to pay him. I think, or this year and next year or something like that. I don't know the specifics of his contract, but it was a lot of money. So I didn't think they'll be able to get off that 40 plus million, or anybody was going to be willing to accept it. But they got off of it, and they got a good player in D'Angelo Russell in that 3-team trade, who he can pass and he can shoot threes, and the turnovers should go way down because he's not a turnover machine like Russell Westbrook. He wanted to say Russell Wilson when I say turnovers because he was turning that mug over too. But Russell Westbrook, we ain't gonna make this about Russell Wilson. Then they let go of Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant wanted to leave once they brought those other players in. Then they got Mo Bamba as well. I thought that was interesting. They got rid of Patrick Beverly, which is great for them because he was in the tank in terms of 3-point shooting. His defensive prowess was not the same. So I think you give away a little bit of perimeter defending, but you get the interior defending when you get Mo Bamba, and he's a better scorer at this point in his career. Shoot me if you don't believe me. Don't shoot me, but argue with me in the comments if you don't believe me. So that's that. The Clippers. Now, the Clippers brought back Eric Gordon, and they got 3 second-round picks. That's crazy to me. They got rid of John Wall, unloaded that contract. He hasn't really been playing. And then they gave up Luke Kennard, who's a decent 3-point shooter. I just think they got a little bit better with the addition of Eric Gordon because he can shoot the 3. He can shoot the mid-range. He's not the greatest defender ever, but he's a solid player. And John Wall is a solid player, but John Wall doesn't play. So, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have somebody who can play. All right, so you got that as well. The interesting thing I think about think that we got to really mention too, and I know I'm getting a little bit long-winded here, is the Nets experiment. The Nets experiment was a complete failure, right? So you had them bring over KD, Kyrie, James Harden. Supposed to be a big 3. They played about 15, 16 games together. James Harden says, I'm ready to get out of here. So he gets out of there, which he forced his way out of Houston. Did he force his way out of there? Now we see where he at now. Kyrie was ready to go. Or KD was ready to go, excuse me. KD stayed. Kyrie's there. You know what I'm saying? Now Kyrie said, I'm never leaving. Now he's his second time requesting a trade. Of course, the situation was a little bit. It was a very high tension situation with Kyrie and the organization, given everything that's happened. We don't got to rehash that, but I just think that it was a complete failure. They gave up so much in the previous trade when they traded for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. Right? Did Ray Allen go there with them? No, Ray Allen didn't go there with them. It was 3 of them that went. It was Paul Pierce, KG, and somebody else who they brought over there. I can't remember. But don't give me the line. But yeah, because Ray Allen had went to Miami with Brian. But anyway, so traded for those players or whatever. Got those players, or Brook Lopez. Traded for those players, got them over there. Gave up a whole bunch of stuff to try to make a push for a championship. That was a failure. Now this is the second iteration of trying to get a big 3, and it's a big failure. So I think that's one of the most interesting storylines when it comes to this specific iteration of the NBA trade deadline. A lot of these players are going to get bought out. You know what I'm saying? There's contracts on it. Contracts, expiring contracts where people is making a lot of money. So. Russell Westbrook might be one of them because that 47 million, boy, that's crazy. Or you're gonna have to put some asses in some seats, you know what I'm saying, to get paid that much. But I don't know. Very interesting. I do agree with you though. I think the Suns, from the basketball standpoint, I think the Suns just elevated themselves to a contender. Well, they was already a contender because they've been to the finals, but they elevated themselves. Chris Paul. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, we should see a master class in passing. Like, this should be an excellent second half of the season. Yeah, second half of the season for it's not even half, man. It's what they 35-22 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we for the sake of not looking up the standings or whatever, half of the season, last half of the season, because of the options that he has. You have a download option. KD can score down low too, which that's underrated trade of his. But then you can pass to either wing player and get a bucket. Like, that's just nuts to me. So and then he can hit a three, like he a bucket. So I think that makes them the contender. I still think, and I know these are boys, so this might make you a little happy. I still think top to bottom, y'all roster is a little bit more deep. Cause I'm just
Yeah,
thinking, because I'm thinking about who they have coming off the pine, and
yeah.
y'all just got oh, I can't even think of his name right now. Y'all just got a big man. Let me see. Did y'all get Muscala? Was y'all the ones who got Muscala?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any of that.
I can't remember. But go ahead, man. I know you was about to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like at first I was interested about like man who we gonna get and all these trades happening. We got to get better. But I'm like everybody already playing at the top of their game. They don't need to break up that Tatum and Brown. That means to
Mm-mm.
say it's nobody else to get rid of to swap out. You know what I'm saying? As far as it's going to take a high caliber person. Now, at first, I seen some stuff that speculation about KD and Jalen Brown trade, and I'm like, nah, that's stupid. Like it's Jason Tatum's team, bro. Like, nah, he need a Robin. He don't need another Batman. You know what I'm saying? But talked about him, bro. I agree with you. We got a nice bench. We got a nice starting five, and they playing great ball. So as long as everybody stay healthy and keep the momentum going, they're gonna make a great playoff push, especially in the East.
Facts. And yes, y'all was the team who got Muscala. So y'all got a stretch five. He can shoot the three. So you know what I'm saying? Tall guy, shoot the three. 6'10". I think he's 6'10". He can shoot the three ball at a decent rate, so he can stretch the floor. And y'all got an isolation type of team. Jalen Brown can isolate. Tatum is obviously a one-on-one isolation Kobe type of guy. So I think that should help y'all, especially when you got y'all bigs in foul trouble, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that. And hopefully he can, block a shot or two. But anyway, um, we'll see. We'll see if his points per game go up. I believe he'll get a few more open 3-point looks that way. You definitely got to guard him. Let's put it that way, because he can shoot the three. All right, man. So that's that, man. Very, very, very interesting trades going on. We'll keep an eye on what happens with Westbrook and the other people who I believe will be getting bought out, like John Wall. It's his career, man. That's so sad, bro. Like, dang, bro, he was a beast. He was a beast. But anyway, and another person I forgot who got traded, and it just hit me. It hit me because he used to play for the Suns. Jay Crowder went to the Milwaukee Bucks. So that could get interesting in the playoffs if the finals is the same teams from, Bucks and Suns. But we ain't gonna go there until we see it. Even though Crowder ain't nobody who really is like must see TV anyway, but he's a good player. So I'll stop at that with that. All right, man. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go ahead and go to the good old biggest game in the land, Super Bowl. Yes, sir. So everybody knows Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you think is gonna happen? You got any bold predictions? What type of analysis you want to start off with the Super Bowl?
To be honest, bro, I really don't, man. I'm kind of just interested to watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been saying it all season about the Eagles, but they didn't got to the Super Bowl. So I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep beating that horse. Like, bro, they ain't showed me nothing. They ain't showed me nothing. I ain't played nobody. Like, it is what it
Yeah.
is. It's a big game. So it's like, let's see, man. Like it's kind of basically at this point they didn't shut me up. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep winning games, and it's like I still don't think we've seen their best game, like as a complete team. Like, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, they dominating and they beating teams by such and such." It's like, yeah, but they just catching their number. Like that Niners game, like Purdy got hurt first possession, like you know what I'm saying? And then you got the defense on the field 90% of the time. And like I said, this on you can check it. I made a little clip on the YouTube channel about it after the game. First class podcast, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Little quick shameless plug. Check that out.
Facts. Go check it out.
But yeah, you got a defense that's on the field 90% of the time, 80% of the time. They're going to wear down. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get tired. They're going to have mental mistakes. And then that's when all of that happens. So the offense didn't have to play their best game. They didn't have to figure out a San Fran defense. San Fran ended up beating itself because their offense couldn't get rolling. And then when you flip it, Philly's defense, their defense got after it, but you come in the game playing the third string quarterback. He gets hurt on the third play of the game. So then now you got a fourth string quarterback that's played with 17 other teams that they just picked up off the couch.
And to put that in context, he was with the Browns in the offseason playing with us during he was with us with in training camp through part I think the first preseason game if I ain't mistaken.
On our roster at one point in time this year too.
Went to y'all, went to the Broncos, I think.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, like he's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? He's a professional athlete, but he's a spot filler. He's like, hey, everybody else is hurt, and let's bring this guy in just in case. Nobody was hoping that he had to go in to try to win a game in that NFC Championship game. So overall, man, though I really got like anything as far as like predictions, I'm kind of rooting for Kansas City, man. But I also I like Jalen Hurts, man, and I kind of want to knock Pat Money down a little bit, man. Give him one less victory because you know they're already calling him to go already. Like damn. So it's like I don't know. I just hope it's gonna be a good game. See what Philly really got for real.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be one of them games where we really gonna see what Patrick Mahomes really is about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his offensive line isn't the best offensive line ever. Obviously, he had the ankle issue with the high ankle sprain. He did great on it in the AFC Championship game, so that's no excuse. So he can't use that as an excuse. What is Hassan Reddick gonna do? What is Bradbury and Darius Slay gonna do? Are they gonna be Johnny on the spot? And you know when that dart throw that he threw to Sky Moore in the end zone, like that play still sticks out to me, and I think that's one of those plays where I'm just like, wow, like probably 10, 15 years from now when I'm thinking about Super Bowls, that'll be one of those plays just because it was just but he has to win this game for it to be that way. But AFC Championship wise, that was just one of those throws where it was like, wow. So is he going to be able to do that, man? That's just that where I go there for that particular quarterback and Patrick Mahomes. But in terms of Jalen Hurts, I've been impressed with Jalen Hurts. He's throwing the ball way better. The thing about it is he hasn't had to throw the ball as much for the simple fact he's had a stout running game and a stout defense, especially defensive line. So and he's a great runner of the football too. So he hasn't had to rely on his arm. He only had 150 something yards in the NFC Championship. But he didn't have to do much, you know what I'm saying? And the defense ball, and especially like I mentioned, Hassan Reddick. So you got that matchup going for you. Now I will tell you this,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's kind of my point. Like these games that Philly been winning, especially even some of the big ones, say even the playoff game, he hasn't had to do that much. So it's not. They haven't been come from behind victories. No, oh, I got to pull it out in the fourth quarter. Oh, we down 10 entering the fourth quarter. We got, you know what I'm saying? That adversity has not been there for Philly. So most people be like, oh, well, they just dominating like that. Yeah, to a certain degree, but at the same time, we're talking about the Super Bowl here,
Mm-hmm.
about Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, and Andy Reid. They already have some championships. They
Yeah.
know we know they know what it takes to win that big game. So now you flip it. Like you said, he hasn't had to throw the ball like that in clutch.
Not in every game. He has had a few passing games that's been good, but again, like you said, they had one of the easiest schedules, if you ask me, in the NFL.
That's what I've been saying all year.
But I will tell you this though, Chris Jones, the way he played as an interior defensive lineman, defensive tackle, and to move to the outside, he had a Aaron Donald Super Bowl impact from 2 years ago, bro. Like I don't know what it is, what it was. I know he's that good, or who was on that side that he was on. He was in that backfield, and it was just ridiculous. So so I don't know, man. Like kudos to him, of course, for balling like that. I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to do that against this particular offensive line. The Eagles' offensive line, I mean, they got two Hall of Famers on the offensive line. They got Lane Johnson and Kelsey, Jason Kelsey. So, I got to make a point about Jason Kelsey. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I have not seen a center impact a game like that in a very, very long time. He was pulling and getting to the spot before linebackers and defensive ends and just clearing out holes, getting to the second level. I even messaged you and said, like, bro, like, he is balling. Like, I was like, Jason, I'm not even going to lie to you, Jason Kelsey balling. You know, I watched the line. I'm a line type of guy, even though, you know, I'm probably big enough to try to play line now, fat-wise. But obviously not skill-wise. But by trade, I was a corner. You know what I'm saying? But watching, you know what I'm saying? Watching the actual game and the play, Jason Kelsey was amazing in that NFC Championship. If he plays like that, it's going to be real hard for Kansas City, especially with Lane Johnson next to him. It's going to be over with. It's going to be over. Well, not next to him, but, you know, on the end, playing tackle. So I don't know, man. I just think that that Chris Jones is really going to have to. He's gonna have to do what he did at AFC Championship, my boy. They don't have a great secondary or linebacking core either. I think if you go position by position, like corners, Philly has the better corners. Linebackers, Philly has the better linebackers. Defensive line, got to give the edge to Chris Jones, even though Hassan Reddick is great. Offensive line, Eagles. Running backs is a toss up. They got what, Pacheco and McKinnon at Kansas City, and then Eagles got Sanders and Graham.
Yeah.
So the Eagles got the better running game, though, so you got to kind of give it to the Eagles. Quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. That ain't even close. Tight end, Kelsey, and that's light years, not even close. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, but most of the positions, I would say, it would belong to the Eagles. I mean, they got two of the best corners in the game, two of the best secondary players in the game, in Bradbury and Slay. So, you know, whatever. They should win on paper.
Kansas City's corners or secondary is they're just young. They got a lot. Like, I think they got like two rookies back there.
Yeah, they do. So I don't know, man. I'm still gonna say Kansas City has that edge because I think Kansas City will win. And you know what, bro? I don't know. Because, you know, I always say somebody do something dumb before a game and piss the other team off. Juju Smith-Schuster said something dumb the other day. Yesterday, I think. He said it was the opening day of the Super Bowl when they do Media Row. And he was like, I don't even think Philly got the best cheesesteaks. I'm like, why would you say something about Philly, bro? Like, you just did.
I guess you got to say something. He didn't say nothing about no player or the organization. He was just like, well, how can Juju, man? He always try to do something for the social media too, man. So it's like, how can I talk bad about him without really talking bad about him?
I mean, I feel that, but at the same time, the actual Philadelphia people gonna be like, word, oh, he down our cheesesteaks, bro. Y'all gotta kill him this week. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I ain't gonna lie, it might be in the air, bro, because I've been feeling for a cheesesteak too.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I need it with the cheese whiz and everything. I ain't gonna hold you. I might take a trip up there, but it's only a few hours from me, ball. It's only a
But
couple hours.
get
No,
an off.
it's about 3 hours. No, it's about 3 hours from me, I think. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, the point is that you know how they normally say dumb stuff about the city or the team or whatever. Juju did that, so I was like, "Come on, Juju." So he might have gave him some bad juju. See what I did there? Um, but anyway, I don't know, man. I just think that Patrick Mahomes is that great of a quarterback where he can overcome it, especially with Kelsey. They're gonna have to get a lead though, because
Oh, yeah, for sure.
if they don't get that lead, that Kansas City if Kansas City cannot stop the run, I think it's gonna get real ugly. So that's just my opinion. I don't have a score prediction for you. I mean, I say 31-27 Kansas City.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be close? I don't know. I don't have a score prediction.
All right, cool. All right, man. So I guess that's it for the Super Bowl. Oh no, let's do this real quick. Because I'm interested to ask you this. What is your favorite Super Bowl moment, bro?
Uh,
I mean, you can use in-game moment, like watching. You can use in-game moment, or like where you watched it at, what happened, like at the Super Bowl party or whatever. It could be whatever.
Probably when we made San Francisco pull the plug.
That's what's up.
Either that one or like actually going back that made me officially a Ravens fan was that Super Bowl against the Giants. So just a little quick backstory on that. I used to be a Titans fan growing up. And then Ray Lewis came into the league. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff happened. And I'm like, okay, everybody got secondary teams that they like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, I'm still a Titans fan. Eddie George, Steve McNair, that whole roster, you already know. But I'm like, I like Baltimore's defense. I like their defense. Then that year when they made the Super Bowl run, I started paying them more attention all year. So if I didn't watch a Titans game, I started pulling away from the Titans game and started pumping up the Baltimore game.
A lot of people don't know that they used to be in the same division, but before the last realignment in I think 03. But go ahead.
Yeah. So next thing you know, playoffs come. Titans in Baltimore head-to-head matchup. I want to say it was the AFC Championship game. Baltimore pull it out. Great defense. I'm like, they beat my team. I already like the defense. I'm rocking with these guys the rest of the year, the rest of the playoffs. And they played the Giants, man. And after that, I've been a Baltimore fan ever since. So I can say that one because it was really that playoff run and that Super Bowl that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, put the nail in the coffin for me being a fan. I could have still been a Titans fan. Wouldn't that be sad?
Hey, bro, you gotta cut it out, bro. Bro, you know you're still a Titans fan deep down, bro.
Nah, I'm cool. After Steve McNair left, man, it was it for me. And where did he go? He came home.
Hey, should have got y'all one.
man, but he couldn't because of freaking Peyton Manning.
Facts. That's facts. Peyton
What about
Manning.
you? What's one of your greatest football moments? I mean, Super Bowl moments.
When everybody thought the Patriots was gonna beat the Giants, and David Tyree caught that helmet catch, and we was at your crib screaming like, "Oh snap, bro! He caught that,
Ah, yeah,
bro!" Hey, bro, we thought we was pinballs running around that mug, bro.
that was the first time I made spaghetti by myself.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that was a crazy day because we was sitting there like, bro, they might really have a chance, bro. They might really beat them. Because really, bro, we was just going for them because we don't mess with, yeah. Like,
Sir Thomas.
I mean, because I don't know, man.
You just don't
Tom,
like.
I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I respect him, bro. He is like a great quarterback, probably
Oh, you
the greatest quarterback. But I'm just saying, like in terms of he had so much help, bro, and nobody ever recognized the help. Like it's always like Tom Brady. He had 18, I think it's 17 or 18 top 10 defenses in his 20 years playing, bro. Like, come on, bro. He has some help. They gotta miss me with that.
but usually Super Bowl teams got top 10 defenses. Defense
Or
win championship.
or it'd be the number one offense or top 10 defense. It'd be either one or the other.
Yeah.
But that's facts. But yeah, man, that's what's up. All right, so I got a topic for us coming up. You already know what it is, but I want to ask you a question, bro. You watched Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, bro. What did you think?
Overall, it was cool. Overall, I'll give it a.
You sound like you got some gripes. I can't wait to hear them. What's up?
Overall, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's better than what I thought you was gonna say.
It was a couple of things, man. Like the end with the storyline, how they trying to bring T'Challa back. I mean, yeah, all of that stuff is comic book worthy, and the stuff is in the comic books. I agree. My biggest gripe is that them not recasting uh, T'Challa in the beginning. Um, I feel it. I know a lot of black folks might be like, "Oh, bro, come on, bro." You know what I'm saying? He was not Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. Is an actor. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? He played a great role. It was iconic, bro. That movie touched a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's an actor. When actors pass away or get older or whatever, what do? That role gets replaced. And because I think they kind of messed it up, and now they got to kind of backtrack just to fit in some of these storylines.
Nah, I don't think they do. I feel
That's
you. I feel you though because like he Ryan Coogler said they had a whole movie written for T'Challa and his son, like a father son story, but they've been deviating from the comic books this whole time. I think recasting T'Challa by I think they recasting T'Challa by proxy, right? So you got Shuri, who, like you said, in the comic books becomes the Black Panther. Actually, in the comic books, so a lot of people are like she not even the real Black Panther. She is the real Black Panther. She was the real Black Panther in the comic books. So that's a dumb argument. So we can kill that right now. We can kill that right now. But as far as recasting him now, I think it's too soon. I think it's the same thing with recasting Joker in the Batman series. Like if they would have brought Christian Bale back and then tried to recast Joker, we would have been like, what? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, this is stupid. That was one of the greatest Joker performances ever, bro. You got to reset this whole series to do that. Same thing with Chadwick Boseman. I think the role was that iconic to where they got to recast him by proxy. So some of the stories that you're talking about, I think they can. I think they can use Shuri to do something like use Shuri to of course help fight Kang because we already know that's coming. And then with the Avengers, and then once his son gets old enough in the storyline, that's gonna be the new T'Challa, like male T'Challa. But I don't necessarily even think that but whether or not whether or not I don't think it's that important to recast T'Challa or to have T'Challa as Black Panther until you start trying to tell T'Challa stories. Like once it's something that T'Challa actually did, then yeah, now you got to recast him. But if it's something that you deviating from, then nah, you know. They write new comic books every day too.
I get it, like with the Avengers, if you just got, yeah, you just helping the fight, got a couple little roles here and there. Yeah, I feel that, but I just think that the movie would have been, they would have did the movie. I think they would have did everything a lot different if he didn't pass away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. They even admitted that.
I mean, yeah, I know they admitted it, but that's just kind of me watching the movie. That's what I kind of got out from it. But what made it better to me was the man, what was it? The Moon Knight Angels.
Midnight, yeah.
Midnight. I don't know why I said Moon Knight, but yeah. Anyway, Midnight Angels and
because that's Marvel too.
You said what?
Moon Knight is Marvel too. That's why you said that.
It had to be like, I'm like, what was it in my head? But yeah, with the Ironheart bringing her in, that made it dope. You know, some of the other little stuff that they did made it real dope. So, like I said, overall, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think the directing was on point too because it kind of forced you to have 2 moments of silence in there. Like they paid homage to him, paid homage to Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, and as far as the culture because of how they, just African culture in general, because of how they stopped the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of felt like the movie stopped, and it was like, all right, this is our moment of silence for Chadwick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But the main things, I think they just dropped so many nuggets in that bad boy, bro. Like how Namor came up and said he was born a mutant. I'm like, oh, X-Men coming again. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, which we see the Sentinels already. But anyway, or the people who was helping in the Eternals, to me, them as the Sentinels. But whatever, we'll see. We'll see what they actually are. But they Sentinels. But X-Men coming, bro. So I'm getting hype. So that's, I don't know, man. They dropped a little nuggets in there, a lot of different nuggets in there that made me excited. But I had to get your thoughts about that too. I will still say, are there better Marvel movies? Of course, but there's definitely way worse ones. I'm excited to see Ant-Man and Quantumania too. By the way,
Definitely.
Ant-Man underrated. His movies is underrated anyway. But anyway, moving along, bro. I wanted to talk about Marvel real quick because our next conversation is going to be about the DC Universe. DC Universe has been in flux, as we know, because of they just fired everybody, basically. Henry Cavill or Cavill, however you pronounce his last name, is no longer Superman. They shuffling a lot of people around. They just let go of basically they whole, I don't know what you would call, what would you call it, front office in the NFL. Basically the whole front office. So James Gunn basically laid out a timeline for what's going to happen, and they said that the new Flash is supposed to reset the timeline. So the new Flash movie is supposed to reset the timeline, and then you got everything else going on. So everything is supposed to be part of the DC universe that's coming unless it's specifically labeled Elseworlds. So I think that's pretty interesting. They got a new Superman movie coming out that's not an origin story. We don't know what that is yet. And then they said he got let me see. They got a Green Lantern show. The Green Lantern show is coming out. It's supposed to be like a detective show, like a space crime show. With the
DC got to get it right, bro. DC been they've been ass lately.
But that's actually facts though. So I'm hoping that the reset does that for them. But I'm trying to think like who are you going to bring in to play these characters? Like, is it going to be somebody who?
Me.
I mean, facts. Hey, I'll play the Green Lantern, the Black Green Lantern.
I'll play the Black Superman. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll play any character. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not gonna be up there like. I'm still gonna be, you know what I'm saying, bro. I ain't even got to tell you.
I'm so good.
Just recast me, put me in there. I'm gonna be like Michael B. Jordan when he played play Human Torch.
Right,
I'm gonna be me, but I'm gonna still be the Human Torch. You know what I'm saying? Still be the Lantern. You know what I mean? Whatever.
right.
Actually, bro, let me just play Batman. Forget it, bro. I'm gonna come in like I'm Bat. I just want to talk like Batman. Whatever. But anyway, that's definitely not gonna happen. But man, I don't know. I'm interested to see what they gonna do. They definitely got to get it right. I think Marvel. I think the thing that Marvel did where they got it right is a lot. Everything that they have put out has been a part of that specific universe. Like watching Loki, how it introduced Kang, and Kang or Jonathan Major's character, how he played Kang. He was telling Loki, and I can't remember the woman's name, but he was telling her. You said who? Sylvia?
Sylvie.
Oh, Sylvie. Facts. So, so he was telling them both, you don't kill me, y'all should take over. But if you kill me, I'm coming. Like it's gonna be more of me coming. Told them the whole story, and I thought that hearing that story is gonna lead definitely perfectly into these next movies. And I mean that's just case in point of how DC should be trying to do it. Like if you're gonna make a universe, your shows should lead into your next characters, your next big, I guess for now it's called Thanos level events. You know what I'm saying? Your next Thanos level events. I think Kang is supposed to be the the main villain in phase 4, 5, and 6, I think. Because I think he said he planned out the phases 3 phases at a time. Or the villains 3 phases at a time. Fine with me.
Yeah, yeah. And I just speaking of Loki, I just went back and watched the end of it because I didn't need to go back and watch everything else. But I went back and watched the end of it, and like you said, there's a couple little nuggets and a couple little spots in there, like and what he said, like, look, I'm gonna let y'all take over. Y'all can keep it in the order, and y'all can have everything you want. And Loki tried to let that happen. He was like, you know what? I don't think this guy lying. But but the female Loki, Sylvie, she like, nah, my whole mission was to murk this guy out. Like, but no, like he's saying it's gonna be a multiversal war. It's gonna be a war between the multiverses, like. And like we said before, like if this version of Kang, he even said it, like you you know what I'm saying? You should see my variants. Like you should see the other versions of me. Like this is the best version you gonna get of me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, shoot. And then by the time when it ended, Loki went back and he was like, hey, we gotta fix this. Such and such about to take over. We gotta prepare. But by the time he went back, things had already changed.
Yep, Kang was already there.
Yeah, he was already there. So just depending on where you at in the sequence, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff has already happened.
Yeah, so because I think where Kang was at, time didn't exist, right? Like, or time was a fixed point in time.
It was like the end of
time. Yeah.
Fact. So I'm thinking. So don't nobody quote me, but I'm thinking that Ant-Man is going to take place either at the same time or right before it, like in this new movie.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Because the quantum realm is another technical type universe. So is he going to fight that Kang?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. Like,
yeah, or is he gonna fight the? Or you right? Because he could be fighting the Kang in that same Loki verse. Where Loki went back to.
Yeah, but it's like, but like you said, like soon as old girl killed him, by the time Loki had went back, that ended that ended that series or ended that season, Kang was already there. They already had a statue of him. Things had already flipped. They didn't know what he was talking about.
Right.
They was like, "Hey man, we got to stop him. He on his way." And they're like, "Who? Who are you? What are you talking about?" And he like, "Oh," and then they had the statue of him, and then that's when it cut. So
Facts.
time just that quick, Kang was already there. So it's like, so now they're actually gonna bring him into this. You know, what I'm saying in the Ant-Man movie. I'm thinking that's either gonna be right before or around the same time that stuff happened in Willow.
Right, and then Loki season 2 is supposed to come out.
Yeah, which is gonna have to piggyback off of that.
Piggyback off of the first season. So it's they're not gonna put the shit in order.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah, they're not gonna put it in order. So we're gonna have to be. Oh, that was before such and such happened. Oh, that. All right, now I gotta go back and watch it again in order.
Right. Then you got to go back and watch like 5 movies in order just to get the time right. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I agree with you, man. I don't know when it's gonna happen because when you got a multiverse, you can just kind of put the puzzle pieces wherever you want to put it. I'm gonna tell you who they need. They need Iron Man to come back. They better find a different universe of Iron Man.
I told you. I think it is, bro. Now, is it going to be Robbie Downey Jr.? I don't know, bro.
Nah, because it could be anybody.
I think he actually going to be done. I think he said he was done playing Iron Man, didn't he?
Yeah, but they already casted different characters in different universes because we seen Ms. Marvel in was that Loki? I can't remember what it was when they went in front of the council and it was Professor X.
Oh yeah. That was in Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, that's right. Doctor Strange, the second Doctor Strange. So when he went in front of them, Ms. Marvel in that she was the black character, the black woman. So it's like you could recast the different characters in the different universes, just like in Loki. They kind of piggybacked off that again because in different universes, it was the Lokis looked different. They didn't all look the same. Like one of them was a crocodile.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing some type of series where the kid Loki's supposed to be in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Marvel did theirs and kind of took off. They done had a few movies that wasn't that great, bro.
But they all back to it. But the thing is about that, though, even those movies that ain't as sweet, that aren't as sweet, they all come back to a bigger purpose. So it's like, okay, this movie sucked, but it led into this one.
Right. They need to give us a Hulk and stop playing.
Please. And get rid of this old smart guy Hulk, man. We want to see Hulk smash. We want to see what was it? World Conqueror Hulk. Come on, man.
Hey, man, they just got to make a Hulk movie, bro. We get the Hulk involved more. But who knows, bro? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But yeah, man, that's what's up for that. I mean, unless you got any other theories about the multiverses.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, I haven't watched any other DC movies yet. I am excited for Shazam, the second Shazam. That's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, that definitely looks dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. But anyway, moving on from the entertainment side, which I guess was pretty decent this time because normally we just be like, yeah, man, that was great. All right, yeah, man, that's what's up. But anyway, kind of like that version. I had to mention that on the show. Hope y'all liked it too. Again, we appreciate everybody listening. Now we're going to move on to everybody's favorite topic, besides the sports, of course, because we get a lot of conversation about the sports. This topic is extra shit. All right, man, what extra shit you got today, or do you?
Man, I don't know who the artist is. I don't know what genre of music it was. It had to be rock or something. I came across this clip, bro. This girl, this lady, pissing on this man on stage.
On stage,
bro. Like it was a concert, and she was performing. She had the mic in her hand, bro. I'm talking about pants pulled halfway down, cuz laying on the ground, water leakage on this man's stuff, and then she get back to doing the show and was like, security, get him up out of here. Crowd going crazy. I'm like,
What?
Who won? Why? I don't care. Man just got to go in the shower in front of thousands of people.
Security, get him out of here. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, what? This is the world we come into, bro. Like,
Definitely the world we come into, but that's crazy.
like, and I couldn't, and never, and I watched it like 2, 3 times to see if I could look into like the comments to see like who it was, so I could look up who the artist was or whatever. But I don't know, bro. Some chick, man. I couldn't tell if she was white, couldn't tell if she was black, mixed. I want to say it could have been some rock. I don't know what it was, bro. But if I come across it again, I'm gonna send it to you.
Whatever y'all do at y'all own home, bro, that's different, bro. But on stage and everybody cheering for you, bro, that's wild, bro. We got a whole bunch of sheepage out here.
So my thing is, real quick, before you say yours, man, which one is the problem? Is the problem the girl for doing it, or the guy for letting it be done to him?
It's all three. You missed one. The crowd for cheering it like it was just the greatest thing ever to see.
Facts.
All three of them. All three of y'all.
Right. But yeah, that was it, bro. And I had to remember that, bro, because I seen that earlier today, like early this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the extra shit topic. I got to be.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got a few, but the main one I dialed in on was I seen this TikTok with this white gentleman pulled up. He ain't no gentleman, white guy, asshole, pulled up on a black man for playing his music at a gas station. And he was gassing up his car, and he said, was talking about how black people is the problem. And you don't see Vietnamese people out here playing their music loud and being disrespectful, and they got good jobs. Why y'all can't get no good jobs? So I'm going to answer that question on extra shit today. This is why a lot of black people don't have no good jobs, because of 400 years of slavery and another how many ever years longer than I've been alive, my grandparents and great grandparents been alive, a systematic oppression. Y'all not putting money in our neighborhoods. Y'all putting projects together to keep black people in different places. I can go on and on forever about historical stuff that the others have done to the community. You know what I'm saying? Done to our community, advertently and inadvertently, intentionally and inadvertently, that has caused the situation that's here today. So I'm just gonna warn y'all, bro. Y'all pull up on me, y'all can get a history lesson talking about some why is black people problems and why we can't get no jobs, because y'all don't have jobs. Y'all, as soon as y'all see a name that looks like ours, y'all decline jobs. That's why we don't have good jobs. Y'all see a Vietnamese person and then y'all automatically want to respect and respect the culture to a certain degree. Y'all use our culture as entertainment to get y'all TikTok levels up. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And then y'all discard what y'all don't need, like we a piece of chicken, like we a whole chicken or something. Oh, we just gonna take this part because it's the part we like, but then we gonna throw the bones away because we don't like that part. Nah, bro, we not doing that. So if you pull up on me, white man or lady, be expecting a history lesson. And if you meet me with aggression, I'm going to meet you with aggression. So don't be pulling up on people, asking them no dumbass questions. And the worst part about that is, and I know this sounds like a rant because it's halfway a rant. The bad part about it is, it's people in the comments like, yeah, he right though, bro. Like, it is people that be having their pants sagging and be listening to loud music. All right, so riddle me this then. There was a bill in Colorado, a gun bill in Colorado, and this is how you know I be reading. But gun bill in Colorado, where the county, a specific county in Colorado, wants people to stop shooting their guns because the population is so dense, right? It's so many people in this particular county. Now, it didn't used to be that way, but now they want them to stop shooting because they're using trees as backstop. So they're shooting at the trees. So you got a high caliber weapon. You done been shooting at your tree. Your bullet might pass through the side of the tree, especially if you're not that accurate, right? Might hit somebody. That's one reason. The other reason is because you keep shooting it so loud. But y'all want to say, y'all infringing on my Second Amendment rights. because I'm allowed to have my gun and this is my property and I can shoot my gun. So tomato, or is it because you don't want your rights infringed on, but as long as you can infringe on somebody else's rights, you okay with it? Think about it, bro. Like, get out of here. so y'all got to stop being sheep, bro. It's too much sheepage out here. People got to start thinking for themselves, and that's all I got to say about that. Don't meet me with no aggression either, because I'm not playing. I'm getting home every day. My goal is to get home every day so I can call my kids at my designated time that I want to call my kids every day. So if you get in the way of that, hey, that's all. I'm just leave it at that, bro. But that's the extra shit topic for me today. Stop being sheeps out here. And think and research stuff for yourselves, bro. The popular opinion is not always the right one. See slavery in America, because the Americans was real popular with that, huh? but that wasn't cool. But anyway, bro, people stupid, man. It'd be pissing me off. You know I hate when people do dumb stuff. But anyway, man, show's over, man. I appreciate you coming on as always.
You already know.
I was feeling good today, especially since we got to talk about the trade deadline and the Super Bowl, talk about some Marvel and some DC. So I was a little bit powered up. So I guess the passion just spilled over into that. But anyway, y'all see at the bottom of the screen. Follow us at all of those at the bottom of the screen, at the Link Entertainment LLC on Instagram and YouTube, at the Link ENT on everything else. Tell them where they can find you, my brother.
You already know, First Class Podcast on YouTube, also on Facebook, First Class Podcast Media on our media fan page on Facebook as well. Also on Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. But before we get out of here, I do gotta say one thing. Pay Lamar Jackson.
I mean, hey, somebody go pay. It might not be y'all. Might not be y'all. But anyway, I think we go see a lot of that stuff start to transpire in the next month or so. When does the league year start? March, or I can't remember if it's March or May. One of them M months.
I don't know.
But anyway, we'll see, man. Anyway, man,
I'm saying it until it's done, until it's in the books.
Y'all better pay him. He gonna set y'all back if y'all don't. Y'all gonna be buns if y'all don't.
You gonna have a Babe Ruth curse.
Y'all gonna be buns. But anyway, we probably gonna be buns right with y'all. But anyway, bro. Appreciate everybody for listening. I done stressed myself out telling y'all not to be sheep because y'all gonna do it anyway. I should have just kept it to myself. Appreciate everybody for listening again. Follow us at all of the social media tags below. Follow E at all the ones he mentioned. Follow the First Class Podcast. Stay looking out for all the stuff we got going on. Especially, I got a new anime podcast coming out soon. Y'all see the promotions for that because I'm definitely gonna promote that. It's called Anime Maniacs with your head Animaniac, your boy. So stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all. Much love, much peace, much power, and stop being sheep. Deuces.